also Charlie Davis Day. Take a little shame from out we face. But Sobers as a captain, he won plenty coaching before we cricket end up in a disgrace. Beatty hear that he became a father. He catch out whole first in the cover. But when Sobers here, he too had a son. He made duck and went back in the pavilion. It was Gavaskar, the real master. Just like a wall, we couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all you loyal listeners. Good afternoon to those of you who are on the commute to and from work. Good afternoon to those of you abroad. Good afternoon to those of you who are now going to work, those who are picking up shift, those who are leaving to go home after a long day's work. Good afternoon, and we want to thank you for having chosen us to be your listening crew on your way home, you know, in your maxi, in your taxi, in your private vehicle. You didn't have to, and I know there's a preponderance of options these days. I know there are a lot of options these days in terms of getting home, you know, and what you listen to. I know there's a lot of options these days in terms of who and what you listen to, and we want to thank you for taking that time to just chill with us for a while and listen to our discussion and add to the discussion and educate us as we educate you, and we have some discourse on the nation's business. Good afternoon to the owners and operators of this great radio station, Mr. Neil IWER George and his family, and by extension his staff, and we cannot fail to give them, to say thanks to them for allowing us to share their platform. I always remark that, you know, some of us use our platforms differently, you know, and some people don't share their platform, and some of people use a platform for negative. But Mr. George has graciously granted his platform, and we do owe him and his family, his wife, and the station a lot of gratitude for allowing us to share. We want to say good afternoon to the members of the pavilion, those of you who always call in and give your comments and add and you clarify and you debate, and even though you stick, we don't have to agree. You didn't see the edge. I said there was an edge. The umpire, the third umpire, has the call. You didn't see it, so you would say no, you didn't see it. You didn't see any edge. Not out. That's your call from the pavilion. The technology might say otherwise, but the lovely game of cricket goes on. And even though we have technology today, we do not wish for the technology to be a hindrance to the flow of the game and the natural sportsmanship of the game. That is cricket and that is life. So good afternoon, everyone. And thanks, last but not least, thanks to the Creator, thanks to God who giveth all things, created all things, and without Him we will not be here. You will not be listening, and we want to say thanks to the Creator. So a lot happening and a lot not happening at the same time. It's carnival season. I'm hearing about the PAN semis that went on the weekend. You know, those of you who supported the culture, those of you who in the North Stand, I did not make it. but a lot of you went out there and supported your band, supported your family, and that was good. Tourists, there are a lot of tourists and visitors in the island. Hopefully we will show our good behavior and not show our bad behavior in this time. Hopefully we will, you know, put on a good show all wrong, and understand that this is an important time, not only for fun and jam and wine. This is an important time for economically in the nation, for those who ply their trade and those who are seasonal workers, who for them this is a big season. You know, the wire benders, the masked men, the camps, the musicians, the artists. You know, this is their time to shine and to make a living and to do what they're doing. Some have a formula that may carry them right through the year, others don't. So this is an important time on many fronts, and we have a lot going on amidst all the jam and wine and the music. And you know, QRC was weekend. What a fabulous show, well organized. I did enjoy that. Hats off to the organizers and the promoters and the artists, all who came out. A Touch of Pan, the Fence Force, Steel Orchestra, they were there in living color, and they added to the ambience that in my view, was excellent. And we do pray that it was a success on the budget side, and all will be well in terms of whatever projects the schools decided to embark on. We had St. Mary's weekend before. We have Fatima to come. I know bishops would have gone, Holy Name would have gone. You know, some schools don't have the privilege of keeping their own event, but you know, to each his own. I know Prestige has gone already. So these schools are keeping up their usual fundraisers, and I trust that the school directly benefits from all these activities and all these efforts, and funds are put to use in a very wise and prudent way to subsidize what is a very expensive education system. I know we like to say it is free. You know, I know we like to say it is free, but that idea has limits. In reality, it really has a lot of limits to it. So a weekend full of activities, more activities to come. The Calypso tents, you know, the flavor in the Carnival Village, in the Flavor Village in Port of Spain, in the Queen's Park Savannah, seems to be booming, and from all reports it was a fabulous idea. So hats off to the organizers, the ministers and the advisors and the people who, the Carnival Authority, you know, who put these things together. Hats off to them. I know that planning would have started a long while ago, and now it's execution time. So the culture is alive and well. We will hear what is going on with the Calypsos coming later down, and the art form in other ways, the traditional mass. You know, I think I saw a call for a different type of traditional mass, and that too has its merits. Today we want to touch on several little things, so you have to follow the discussion with me today, callers, and please, I'm underline follow, because some of you call in and you talk what you want to talk about, which is fine, but it doesn't add for good dialogue, especially with those who are trying to follow a trend of thought. So please, I beg you, indulge in staying on topic, explaining your view on topic, so we have a productive discussion and don't have a what you call a rah-rah party with people just, you know, this is not a campaign forum. So resist the urge to campaign for your party. This is not election time anyway. So resist the urge to tell me how much you like the PNM or you dislike the PNM or you. This is not that type of program. We want to deal with issues, policy issues, things in the society. And that will call for sometimes some political analysis, because we do have it in the frame of the batting side and the bowling side. And those who are responsible for certain things, we will obviously hold them to account. Apart from that, this is not on a stage for you to show your flag, for want of a better word. This is not that type of program. So always stick to the topic. Give me your view. I do not need the party view, or I do not need you to criticize a party's view. I need you to tell me what you think and what the solutions are from your neck of the wood, or how you feel about the situation. You don't have to represent any other view, any other color but yours. You pick a color of the rainbow, or take all, and you give me what you think. So High Court Justice Frank C. Prasad has called for mandatory use of body cameras by police officers and urged both citizens and law enforcement to rely on their cell phones and CCTV to record police encounters until such measures are in place. High Court Judge Frank C. Prasad. Let me say that again. High Court Judge Frank C. Prasad. Not Frankie by the corner by you. Not Frankie the taxi man. Good. Not Sipo the tire man. Not the guy on the block. Not anybody else, but High Court Judge Frank C. Prasad has called for the mandatory use of body cameras by police officers and urged both citizens and law enforcement to rely on cell phone and CCTV to record police encounters until such measures are in place. The call came from Justice Frank C. Prasad in a ruling delivered yesterday in favor of a member of the regiment who successfully sued the state for wrongful arrests and malicious prosecution. The judge also raised concerns about the near total erosion of public trust in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, describing the situation as disturbing and deplorable for a country grappling with rampant lawlessness. Following a short virtual trial, Justice C. Prasad awarded Elton King $75,000 in damages and an additional $25,000 in aggravated damages, for a total award of $100,000 along with his legal costs. King was represented by Cillian Holdip. The case highlights the need for a review of the laws pertaining to police accountability. The judge said, recent statistics have indicated that the public trust and confidence in the TTPS are under 10%. For a republic which is besieged by rampant lawlessness, this is disturbing and deplorable. So if the powers that be didn't believe Frankie by the corner, or Frankie the taxi fella, or even the nuts man, the average Joe, this is coming from High Court Judge. He should know more than me and you. We should. He has called for the mandatory use of body cameras by police officers and urged both citizens and law enforcement to rely on cell phones and CCTV to record police encounters until such measures are in place. What do you think of the High Court judge's call, Frank C. Prasad. What do you make of his call? What do you make of his... He's encouraging us. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Mr. Rollo.
Yes, good afternoon.
I want to the money allocated in the budget for national security, I guess is a big amount, right? So where does that money go towards? What is it going towards in the national security? Just only for paying the workers, or is it for to do anything else? That's what I wanted to find out. Thank you so much, Mr. Rollo. You have a good day, sir. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
I guess that question is for the minister. What do you make of the High Court's judge call for the mandatory use of CCTV, cell phone footage? He's saying record them until body cameras are in place. What do you make of his call? The learned judge, in light of something that happened, malicious prosecution by a member of the regiment, not by two, a member of the regiment and a case of wrongful arrest. Wrongful arrest. And so I want you to call me 342-0081 4665-391. The numbers to call are 342-0081 4665-391. And tell me what you think of the Mr. C. Prasad's call for urge citizens and law enforcement. He didn't say citizens alone, because law enforcement have phones too. I thought that would have been obvious. But I guess for obvious reasons, they won't maybe use their phones to record their friends. That is understandable. But it's tragic. The High Court judge has called for both citizens and law enforcement to rely on cell phones. Unless the cell phone does lie, I guess. We believe that. And CCTV to record police encounters until such measures are in place. The numbers to call are 342-0081 4665-391. What do you think about the goodly gentleman, the most honorable Frank C. Prasad's call to have that done on behalf until at such time as the cameras are in place? Until then, the judge is saying, use your phone, let's rely on CCTV. Let's get past who said them. Say, I didn't see, it was green, no, it looked like blue, it looked like orange from here. Let us get past that. Let us get past the Alice in Wonderland policing and crime fighting. The numbers to call are 342-0081 466-5391. Call me and tell me, what do you think, what do you make of the High Court judge's call to have that? I guess he was dealing with a case of wrongful arrest and malicious prosecution brought by a member of the Trinidad and Tobago regiment. No, we wouldn't deal with that part of it, which begs a lot of questions, and we would leave that part for a different discussion. But the goodly gentleman has called for citizens and law enforcement Not just citizens alone and not just law enforcement alone. He has called for citizens and law enforcement to record police encounters. To record police encounters. Interesting. Very interesting. This is coming from the bench. Very, very interesting. What do you make of his remarks? What do you make of his clarion call for us to record via CCTV and cell phones? The number to call is 342-0081 466-5391. I await your opinions on this matter. Weigh in on the matter. Tell me what you think. A good move, a bad move. You support him, you don't support him. You don't see the reason why. You call me and you tell me why. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rolex, and good afternoon to the listeners. I came in kind of late, but I just heard that you say somebody suggested that civilians...
Justice Frank C. Prasad. Judge Frank C. Prasad of the High Court.
Right, so he encouraged persons to capture their own footage.
Yes.
Nice. I appreciate the fact that it is coming from a legal mind, right? That sentiments being put in the public by someone who sits where he sits, because it appears that the police service, that is, wants us to believe that after they are trained and passed out, that by some measure of a miracle, that they are the best human beings that they can be, who will take the oath that they take to heart and all that surrounds that, right? They want us to believe that. But on the contrary, we don't have cameras everywhere, right, Mr. Rolex? But everywhere that we have cameras present, you could find police engaging in untoward activity. And it is only fear that other humans, because police like to use the excuse that they are humans too, and they come from within us, right, the society. It is only fear that we have some sort of proof that sustain the threshold of what can be used as evidence to present our side of the facts, than just to take your word for it, because police officers are not immune to making bad choices, doing the wrong things, engaging in the wrong acts. The list is very long. The officer that was stealing the marijuana, who he was going to sell it to? A law-abiding citizen or a criminal like himself? We need to stop giving the police credit that they're unwilling to earn. And they could only earn that credit by doing the right thing and being honest. The commissioner has lost all points that he may have or didn't have because of his second statement. You do not need to know anything before what was captured in the footage to make a determination on the actions of the police in terms of if that is acceptable. And clearly it is not. For anybody who knows the law, clearly it is not. And they like to use all kind of different phrases, Mr. Rolex, about who is not police and who is armchair, this and that. But the fact of the matter is, the law is there for persons to access it who want to access it. So it's not our fault that in many instances we are more abreast of what the law is and sometimes try to guide the officers when they're engaging with us as to what are the do's and don'ts. Many times you have to be schooling an officer and telling him what the law is because he don't know it, but we expect them to come out here and enforce it in a certain way. If not for the camera footage, what would we go on? The statements that cannot even last beyond a week. The statement that we get from the TTPS, where as something come out, it has no choice but to fall apart because it's full of fiction. The commissioner needs to tell us, based on the second statement, right, about not sending these people. Thank God somebody might be whispering ears and they're not in the public face anymore. But what did you need to see again? What did you need to see again, Commissioner? Everybody could see what it was. Everybody could see what it was. Not one shot fire, but 19 shots successfully entered the victim. At what point does the police know that he subdued the threat that he was facing? Everybody come out of the vehicle as if no threat existed. And they have to prove to us that they were being shot at before. And if that is the attitude, that you were shot at before, because we didn't see no shootout in the video, but going on what the commissioner said, Ole was in a shootout, and Ole returned fire with the use of force policy, that none of that was on the video. So it's either Ole was shooting previously, and then when the car crashed, Ole finally start to hit all the target, because the vehicle itself didn't appear to have any gunshot, signs of gunshot from any previous shootout. But Ole expect the public to have patience. For what? For you to arrest the officers and continue the investigation, because they can be arrested. Based on what you see, Commissioner, you could arrest and charge the people and them. Based on what you see on the footage, there is nothing they can say to justify that action. Mr. Samaru could have killed 1,000 people coming down the road. We are training and paying you all for what? For what? If that is okay, what transpired there? You see all these young men who killing one another all over the place, best we give them a badge, right? And let them do police work too. If that is what is acceptable, best we give them a badge, a uniform, and let them do the police work too. So you can have more good policing all over the place. I looked on and listened to Mr. Roloff, but I am hoping that justice is really served, and people who do not deserve to be in the positions that they are in because of the type of characteristics they possess and the lack of honesty and integrity. Why it is some of these people in power is believe you have to save face so much. You have to deal with the problem. You're playing like it's not a problem, but when somebody else do it out here, it's a big problem. It's a problem, Commissioner. Anybody could watch it and see. Just like how Ole could watch it and see, if it was not police involved, Ole would have a lot to say, Mr. Commissioner. Ole would have tried to apprehend the people who put down the work, to something, charge them if Ole had, but you just leaving these people and them to function as if, and find them counseling. I don't know. I really don't know where we're going. Where we're going. Based on the people in certain positions in this country, I really don't have a clue where we are going, but I'm certain it's not in the right direction. I don't know what again we need to see from Mr. Alexander or hear from him to understand that he is not fit for that role. He's just not fit for that role. You don't have what it takes. And I'll wait to see if the Prime Minister will give some more information to the nation, or the same so-called police service as it relates to the two people that she alleged came to one of her senators, and she didn't make it known to the police because of how serious that matter is. You instead of tell the president nothing, you just come and bust a mark in the public with nothing to back it up. I set an air in the wind like the air in the bag Alexander was blowing in. We're going nowhere. Nowhere. A bunch of lunatics. I looked on Mr. Rollins.
Thank you, caller. I was listening. Didn't want to interrupt you. So you first have to tell me whether you agree or disagree with Judge Frank C. Prasad's call for citizens. We have another caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You see me right now, the Prime Minister has lost all credibility. Because if you, as Prime Minister, could know about senators who approach Senate, whether it's government, Senate, whoever senator, in order for a bribe to get favors, and you said nothing, that should have come out. I'm sure because still questioning if it happened, if it really happened, because I can't see something like that happen, and you allow that voting to go ahead. No. I am saying if those senators had voted for the bill, we would have never heard anything.
Caller, what do you think about Justice Frank C. Prasad call for us to record police encounters with our cell phone or CCTV until we see police with body cams? That's the motion before the discussion this evening. Justice Frank C. Prasad, you may not have known. He has called.
Turn the TV on.
Yeah,
Justice Frank C. Prasad said that?
Yes, he just called that because there was a case of malicious prosecution on a member of the defense force and wrongful arrest.
Yeah.
So he, in his giving his judgment, he asks that citizens, all, and law enforcement, because they could record their peers, he asks for us to use our cell phones to record police encounters until we get body cams. What do you think about that?
Very good. And let me apologize for not going off on another.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
Once we end where we're supposed to end, I'm fine.
Yes, I agree. Listen, Frank C. Prasad always come up with some ideas. I remember when he said police officers should pay, the state should not pay when a police loses a case in court where it was abuse of a citizen. They should lose their pension, like how they do it in the United States, right? I agree 100% with what Frank C. Prasad said.
Okay.
And until the body cams are used, we should be able to record what they do and what they are doing.
Yes.
Well said. I congratulate Justice Frank C. Prasad.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
Well said. And we criticize members of the bench for staying quiet, and some just play hopscotch with the law and with the citizenry. Some find voice conveniently depending on what the issue is. But to his commendation, Justice Frank C. Prasad has been consistent, especially on social issues, and diving into where the law or law enforcement is lacking, or has been found wanting. And this call for the use of mandatory use of body cameras, and the judge says mandatory. He knows that something could be mandatory. He must know that. That's the effect of law. It's mandatory. The mandatory use of body cameras by police officers, and urge both citizens and law enforcement to rely on cell phones and CCTV to record police encounters. Justice Frank C. Prasad is saying, take out your phone. Don't put your hand in it. He didn't say go and try to jump kick, and he didn't say that, He did not say that. He didn't call for you to referee, He said, take out your phone and record police encounters until such time as body cams become mandatory. The use of body cams. You be your own camera. We're going to break, ladies and gentlemen, and on the other side of the hour, we'll get deeper into these issues. Stay tuned on 91.9 FM, the Third Empire, for more.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street. 919 FM.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and enjoy a spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
On Carnival Thursday night, the country descends upon the Queen's Park Savannah for the biggest concert in Carnival.
I feel for woman and woman and woman and rum and woman and woman and rum and woman and woman and woman and
Vibes with Boise X.
I got the innocent. All when I jump in with the friend. I got the innocent.
This year we say cheers to 10. 10 years of dreaming, 10 years of growth, 10 years of voice. Vibes with Boise X. The biggest names in soca will be a part of this special celebration. 10 years of Voice's life and career. Physical tickets at GT's West Mall entrance City Mall, 5th Street Bar, Ariapita Avenue, 519 Restaurant C3 Center, Woodford Cafe Chagonis, Fairways Tobago, and online at frontlineticketing.com. Sponsored by Digicel, The Security Zone, Guardian Media Limited, Stag, A Man's Beer, Hennessy, Coca-Cola, Royal Castle, Dasani, Monster Energy Drink. Vibes with Boise X.
Join me on Carnival Thursday.
Queen's Park Savannah.
It's in Weave.
This carnival season, come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you will love this.
It's a whole lot of flavor wrapped up in a twist. Some of them try to rap, but they don't rap like this. With crispy KFC tenders and lettuce and carrots and shredded tortilla embedded, perfect wherever you headed. Dripping with that creamy mayo and that mambo sauce. Let me tell them one more time to get my point across. It's a craveable, crunchable, movable, functional, flavorful meal that your taste buds must endorse. KFC, crunch twist, crunch twist. None of them, they don't make it like this.
Introducing KFC's Crunch Twist, a flavorful wrap with a delicious difference for just $29.95. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This week, the Review 10 continues home with Ladies' Night on Wednesday, 4th February. 2 persons on 1 ticket. Admission $350.
Then on Thursday, 5th and Friday, 6th February,
it's the Calypso Review 10 stars on full display. Admission $200 with Sugar Aloes along with the Review stars. Pink Panther, Skatey, Devon Steele, Singing Sonia, Michelle Henry, Mighty Diamond, Saint Nick, Nicole Grace, Maze, JD, Fire Tender, Sasha and Moses, Tempo,
Kurt Allen,
Nisa, Alana Sinette, Lackaman, Organizer,
Orlando Octave.
From Barbados, Mighty Gabby. Your MCs, Marcus Batiste, Tommy Joseph, and the Chairman. Tickets at the Review 10 box office, SWWGU Hall. This is your opportunity to experience the Calypso Review tent. For info, call 797-5850.
With lots of giveaways.
This is what Calypso is all about. Showtime, 8 p.m. each night.
It's Classic Russo's final week for 2026. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. This Tuesday 3rd and Wednesday 4th February at City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain. Both shows 8 p.m. with a massive special of 3 persons on 1 ticket for $200, featuring their highly rated cast of performers: All-Rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Twiggy, Dr. Wilby, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco Offices, New City Mall. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. Classic Russo for Classic Kaiso.
Man, I went by the ATM to get some cash and the machine saying insufficient funds. I sure I have money in my account.
Boy, that happened to me already. Here what to do. Make a report to your bank. But if you're still not satisfied with how they're dealing with it, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman. Let me text you the number.
If you want to resolve a complaint with your bank, non-bank financial institution, or insurance company, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
Attention all fetters. This is a classified report. Army Fed is now operating under new protocols. Your mission is to assemble at the Queen's Park Savannah on Friday, February 6th at 2100 hours.
Army Fed!
Be prepared for a live band,
the biggest artists of VIP section,
and walk with your coolers well topped up.
It's the safest set in TNT.
And we've deployed major support to aid in your requests for FFUN.
Sure, yes, sir.
We've dispatched some of your preferred team members already,
and some new recruits as well.
Remember, fetters, should you or any of your troops be caught red-handed, Army Fet will disavow any knowledge of your actions. Army Fet, attention! Get your tickets now. Physical tickets, cachet nationwide. Bobby's Bar Curep, Smiles Bar Curep, Bats International Arena, Lounge Fashion, Eastgate Mall, Bella Binella, Woodbrook, Toddlers to Teens, Mukarapa Road, Woodbrook, Richards, West Mall, Woodford Cafe, Price Plaza, Chaguanas, Larry's Fashion Labels, Sandy Grandy and Chaguanas, We Supermarket, Coquier and San Fernando, TT Lunch Kit, Palmy, San Fernando. Online at islandetickets.com. The Army Fed hotline is 687-6996.
Friday, February 6th.
Assemble for the biggest
and the safest Fet in TNT. Army Fet.
Soldiers at ease.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori fry, bake roti and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, the Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
What are you doing? Crunch Nival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood and we vein, we need KFC again and again. Start to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look they touch down now. KFC time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunch Nival.
What are you doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC Carnival when you bite it. Flavor, take off like rocket. It's a Crunch Nival with the baddest bucket. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room. The steam finger licking. It's a Crunch Nival with KFC. Chicken, joy, carnival, and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunch Nival at KFC.
18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaisorama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion. Pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaisorama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yes, and we're back. We're back for a short while. I know we do have another break coming up. So before the break, we were discussing Justice Frank C. Prasad call for both citizens and law enforcement to rely on their cell phones. And it's interesting that he included law enforcement in it. And I want to commend the good judge for doing that. So the citizenry will know as well that they alone don't have cell phones. Good? So if we get two videos by two different people, meaning supporters or onlookers or bystanders, and the police showing their own work, maybe we will get somewhere. Maybe we will get somewhere. But we must abandon hastily this hocus pocus, Alice in Wonderland, he say, she say, policing. That cannot suffice. That will not take us anywhere, because everybody has an opinion. So while we await the implementation of mandatory use of body cameras, as suggested by the good judge, the learned judge, he has called for citizens and law enforcement to rely on cell phones and CCTV. Let us dispel the guess, because we have eyes. We have eyes. We have eyes. And this is so advantageous because you could be at distance, you could be safe and do this. You may not pick up audio, but that's a different discussion. But definitely, you can, on your own, use your own phone to record police encounters. The judge goes on to talk about public trust in law enforcement, almost suggesting that that is paramount. Apart from the execution of their duties, public trust. You have to trust the police to do their work diligently, to be fair, to do it in upholding the law, lawfully. Good? And this is paramount to a successful police service. So, the judge says that the situation with public trust is disturbing and deplorable. More after the break.
Clear the way and turn the volume up to the max. It's time for the Soca Pick of the Day, sponsored by NLCB.
When you see us start singing, everybody come running. When you see us start singing, everybody come running. Run, 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 run. Lift up your leg and run. Lift up your leg and run. Lift up your leg and run. Come here, lift up your leg and run. Run up on the stage. Run up on the stage. Run up on the stage. Beautify the stage. Hey, people, do you know my name? People, are you afraid of rain? Ready for the mass again? Ready to mash up again? Wow! Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Put up your hand and come. Take something and come. Put up something and come. Aye! Everybody jump and wave. Everybody jump and wave. Let me see you jump and wave. Everybody misbehave. This is not a panorama. This is not a kaiser tent. This is not a place to stand in. This is a soca event. This is not a hip-hop show. This is not a reggae show. I want the world to know. This is a soca show. Jump up. Wow. When you see the truck moving, everybody come running. When you see the truck moving, everybody come running. Run, 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 run. Lift up your leg and run. Lift up your leg and run. Lift up your leg and run. Come here, lift up your leg and run. Run in front of the stage. Time to misbehave. Run in front of the stage. Hey! 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 Jump! Jump! Jump up! Jump up! Jump up! Jump up! Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Run! 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 Run up on the stage. Run up on the stage. Run up on the stage. Beautify the stage. Run! 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 Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Put up your hand and come. Time to have some fun. Put up your hand and come. Take something and come. Put up something and come. Aye! People, do you know my name? People, do you have shame? Pick up your friend and come.
And that is your Soca Pick of the Day. Keep it locked right here for more of the biggest hits and the sweetest vibes, sponsored by NLCB.
Play away. Break away. Play away. 1, 2, break away. It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away. Break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away. Break away.
It's Bacchanal in the Playway Breakaway. Win up to 30 to 1 on the base, 130 to 1 with the Juve ball, 135 to 1 with the steel pan ball, and 150 to 1 with the soca ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger Playway prizes this carnival.
It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away. Break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away. Break away.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
And we're back. We're back on the program. We're back, and we were discussing the judge's call. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Rolex. Mr. Rolex, the issue here, I think, is how do we keep checks on police abuses or police misconduct? And there are institutions that have been set up to ensure that the police act within the law and act properly. You have the courts, you have the PCA, you have the media, you have the public and all these people. And I think that the judgment by Justice C. Prasad is very welcoming. And because it appears that, you know, some of these institutions are not really functioning. You also have the Police Service Commission. I don't know what they do. So you have checks and balances, and again, it has reached the stage where the court has to intervene, and the court has intervened. And but what I heard earlier on, I think I heard it from I think it's Mr. West, who is the PCA commissioner, that you had similar judgment coming down from previous matters, previous judges in the courts. But I think that you need to keep that police power, exercise of power, and that power can't be unbridled. And the police has to be made to be accountable. Must be accountable. I don't understand. The government has to be accountable. The police has to be accountable. The institutions have to be accountable. They are not law unto themselves. And then we speak about the rule of law and all that. So they're not conforming to the rule. They're not complying with the rule of law. They're not compliant. So I think it was a very good judgment, and he usually gives very good judgment. I think he's a man who understands the society. He has a connection with what is happening on the ground with the people. I think because he attends church and listens to his congregation and so he got a sense, I got a pulse as to what people feel and what is happening on the ground. But when you are a judge, most judges seem to put themselves aloof of the population, and as a matter of fact, seem not to understand what is happening on the ground. But he seems to have his ear on the ground, and I think it was a very good judgment. It is timely, and I welcome it. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon again. Mr. I could only wonder if the words of the judge will be sufficient, right, for the police officers to allow persons to exercise their right peacefully. I really want to ask the commissioner, based on what was said by Mr. Sipasad, are we going to be allow that freedom from your officers, or could we expect continued batting out batting out people's phones out of their hands, and maybe if you try to flee the aggression of the police, you might have to send your officers again for counseling because they end up pumping 19 shots in somebody who never was a threat to them. I can only wait and see if these officers will respect the rights of the citizens, but when I look at what's going on in America and the way how people who in authority just not adhering to orders from the court, I really don't expect nothing from the clone that is Trinidad and Tobago. Because it appears like at every turn something resembling Trump. I locked on Mr. Rollins.
The number to call is 342-0081-4665-391. The judge also raised serious concerns about near total erosion of public trust in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. He's a judge. From where he sits, from his side of the pavilion, he is seeing a total erosion of public trust. Good afternoon, caller.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First-time caller. No,
Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I agree with Judge Sipasad to record the police encounters. I think as a society, it's important for us to be held accountable for our words and our deeds.
Yes.
And when we hold a particular position in our society, much is expected of you.
Yes.
And the police officers have a duty to protect and serve, not serve a death sentence unjustly.
Yes.
And, because of these rogue officers, we have actually lost complete faith in our police service, and that's unfortunate.
Yes.
So we can't continue with the lawlessness, and so they have to be held accountable, and
Yes.
there must be consequences.
Yes. And,
So-
caller, what do you think of his call? Because he also encouraged the police to record. He said law enforcement could use their cell phones too.
Well, I totally agree.
Yes.
So that way, you know, the police officers are now telling their partners basically, you can't get away with
Correct.
it.
Correct.
So if the community is on board, or the officers on board, so that we could curtail the reckless behavior by these rogue officers. But I just want to say, though,
Yes, go
that
ahead.
I hope that there's an opportunity for them to submit, like the community, submit these recordings anonymously, because you don't know if somebody's going to find you and decide, well, you know what, you out me, so let me out you as well.
Yes. That is a good
That's what I have
suggestion.
to say.
Very good. Thank you very much,
All
caller.
right. Welcome. All right, take care.
Yes, we know about reprisals. And the caller is suggesting that there be an avenue, an opportunity, and I think you could send it to the PCA, I believe. I believe you can send it to the PCA. I'm trying to get somebody from the PCA to talk more about their role, but I believe you can send it to the PCA, you know, if not the media house. I don't think they ask you who sends it and who doesn't send it, but the caller is cautioning us to be very circumspect in how we do this, and I agree. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. Now, I've been listening to a few comments that was made a while ago in relation to the police and what the judge said and all of that. But has anyone ever wondered why is it that so many times we have to go before a judge with the police? You see, society has to wake up. There are some persons who doesn't want to be police officers, who are not fit for the job, who are not fit for the task. And we must find a way to compensate them and let them find another profession. We should only have persons in the police service who want to serve. Because at the end of the day, if you can't do the job the way they're supposed to do, then leave the job. Leave the job. Let somebody who's deserving come and get the job. You don't have to be a police officer. I sure when your father died, you didn't leave it in the will that you had to be a police officer. And it's not written in the Constitution that Jack James have to be a police officer. Find another profession. Because at the end of the day, the reason why we have this situation, police complain about police like that, complain about police like that, spontaneous protest yesterday in relation to justice for Joshua Samuel and all of that, is because there are some persons who are not fit for the task. And the commissioner of police appears to be, to me, has some serious questions to answer about the way in which he conducts the affairs of the police service. When you make statements like that, people see something raw on television in front of them, and you're telling them that don't believe what you see. You're telling them, in fact, half of what you see is just an illusion. Right? So, why? It's not the conduct of those police officers, read Joshua Samaru, that is in any police playbook in any part of the world. Nothing. Guy Griffith, who's not my favorite police commissioner, not my favorite person ever, hit the nail on the head. That the commissioner should have acted in a way that to regain the public trust. And he hasn't done that. Right now they are calling for his head. Because at the end of the day, people are not dotish. They're not stupid. You could tell 1.4 million people they ain't see what they see. So you see, the point I want to sum up and say here, Mr. Matterson, is this, that what we have to do, like I've called for ad nauseum, is reform the police service so that we can have a police service that we could all feel better about. I remember just yesterday across the pond, after George Floyd was denied of oxygen, they said to dismantle the police. They reduced the police force to just around 600. They virtually doesn't want police to develop this thing against police because police are supposed to work with people and the community. They have to return to those days in London where when a Bobby is walking on the beat, everybody's his friend. The London Bobby, that is who he was. You know, and we need to get that type of policing back in the country. But if we don't, we will end up with these things in front of the judge all of the time. Some people inside of there are not fit to be in there. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. We have a next caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I want you to do this research. Quick. What was the reason why the constabulary was set up? Go back and find that out. Because they left you with a very vague statement to protect and serve. But it never says to protect and serve whose interest. Okay? If you notice, there's no Batter store, there's no Woolwood store on Frederick Street anymore. So what happens? They don't monitor nothing really and attempt to run the city efficiently because those European interests are not around anymore. So you have to do your research and understand why was the constabulary set up. And let's look at it. If Gigi was there, all that's going on here would never have happened. Okay? Now, what's interesting is Gigi was never a part of that apparatus. And you have all these persons who have been unit commanders and head and all kind of stuff. And he came, and within 3 years, he was doing what maybe 10 different fellas, acting commissioner, senior superintendent, all kind of thing. He alone, being innovative, transformational, was able to create the kind of change that many of them who had been there for many, many years, about 40 years of about 10 different men with collective minds, Gigi did different. And what the people need to do is to let those who are in charge really know who is in charge. And if the people say, we want Gigi, come hell or high waters, Gigi's supposed to be there. Right? If we want the thing to be fixed, we know who to go to and who would probably do a better job than most. This is not, I'm not sycophant or not Gigi, you know. I'm not a sycophant. I'm a sycophant of red, white, and black. That's what I'm a sycophant of.
Caller, what do you think about Justice C. Prasad's call for people to use their cell phones to record police encounters?
But, like, we have forgotten that we are the ones who put these people there. We gave them an oath of office that they are going to protect our God-given constitutional rights. So he coming to say what he says is just to remind us that we have abrogated our responsibility. You could take your cell phone out anywhere where you are and videotape any one of them who we have given an oath of office to handle our affairs and record it. We have to stop feeling intimidated in any kind of way. And if they speak to us in any kind of outer timing way, we ought to ask them, is that the training that you got in the academy? We allow them to get away with too much unnecessarily. So, they don't want to wear the cameras, and they know why. So what are we supposed to do? We have to have a guard that must guard the guard now? Is that it? And I want to raise this question here. Like, it was hinting that, you know, be careful about what you're saying or how you're saying something. Earlier on, about 3 callers back, what were you talking about?
No, the caller was saying that there's a real fear of reprisals when reporting the police. So she hopes that these reports can be made anonymously.
Okay. So did you hear anything about the hairdresser who did work for someone or provided a service and there was a discrepancy? And that somebody have a boyfriend who got service, have a boyfriend who is in law enforcement? You heard anything about that?
No, caller.
Oh, well, there is a story that represents why the gentleman was pursuing the vehicle. Why are we not talking about that? Because every time anybody is examining any criminal conduct, you look at everything. You don't exempt anything, right? You look at everything. What about that story?
Well, I'm not aware of this story.
You see? Why they won't come out and say, well, that story have no merit? You have listeners, call upon them to give you little bits and pieces, right? Because that really sounds like what really happened.
Does it have to
Why?
Does it have to do with an exchange of gunfire?
No.
Okay. All right.
If somebody feel that there is no guard to guard me because I'm one of the biggest guard and things, and they decided I'm going to show somebody who is boss, and maybe the guy was running and trying to get away. Okay.
Okay.
In the fullness of time.
Thanks, caller. So, we're coming to a break. And after the break, we will move on from the call by Justice Frank C. Prasad, the clarion call for citizens and law enforcement to rely on the use of cell phones and CCTV to record police encounters. Judge has given his reason, and he said there's serious concerns about the near total erosion of public trust in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. He says the situation is disturbing and deplorable for a country grappling with lawlessness. So, in other words, the people charged with enforcing the law must not be part of the lawlessness which they seek to prevent. Basically, that's what the judge is saying. It is already bad out there in the society. Things are already tough. All is not lost. It's not doom and gloom. But we must admit we do have a bad situation. And that is the truth. But where is this bad situation? Is it in the society, with the citizens, or is it with the people charged to protect the said citizens and ensure that the law is upheld? So in other words, the police service cannot, may not, and should not. They cannot be part of the moral decay of the lawlessness in society. If it's one group, everybody not saints, and they are not all bad. Please, they are not all bad. We're not painting everybody with one brush. But the Lord Judge has said that public trust has been eroded. Join us after the break We soon come back.
Road March energy? Check. Royal Castle flavor? Double check. Let's dive into the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we head into the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
By the truck with the girl, them up on the top, play. Then with me drinks all and they come with the girl, them winding it up and play. Oh Lord, yes I'm a road man, oh yes I am a road man, and every year me program to take me and me whole gang go over on the stage, Hey, farmer, see your messages. I promise you this ain't the road vestiges. Thanks for checking on me and my whole team. I see you asking if I finish with the road scene. I say I'm done with competition, I am finished with the road. The carnival show is on a different episode. It don't matter if I crowd or if it is me alone. I will be still up by the truck with the girl them up on the top. They with me drinks all and make up with the girl them winding it up and playing. Oh Lord, yes I's a road man, oh yes I am a road man, and every year me program to take me and me whole gang go over on the stage. Jumping is the slogan, and Shelly and the Josan, they come and strike a pose and they take the front page. Yes I's a road man, yes I's a road man, and every year me program to go up on the stage. On the road.
was the Royal Castle Road March Song of the Day on the Street 919 FM.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
Get ready for an explosive night of soca energy this carnival season. Explosive night of soca energy. The legendary water lord himself, the big man in the business, Mr. IWER George, also known as the boss, is taking over Flavor, the Flavor Village, in a massive one-night only live concert happening Saturday the 7th of February 2026 at Flavor Village in Queen's Park, Savannah, Port of Spain. Gates open at 6 p.m. at the Savannah, and it's completely free. No tickets needed, just bring your vibes. Celebrating 35 years of pure soca power, IWER is bringing all the classics, the latest heat, unstoppable energy, and jump up madness that you have the feeling in your bones. Come out early to secure your spot at this epic event presented by the National Carnival Commission. Expect non-stop vibes, energy, and the signature IWER magic. For updates, check out www.ttcarnival365.com or follow at ttcarnival365 on Instagram and on Facebook. So get your umbrellas for Saturday, the 7th of February at Flavor Village. Saturday the 7th of February at Flavor Village. Get your umbrellas. The big man in the business, Neela. Senior Matterson, what a way to introduce you. You have to be there. You have to be there.
Of course.
Because it's the big man himself.
What is exciting about this Flavor Village? I mean, it's the first time they're having this set of free concerts where everybody who couldn't afford it before, children, mothers, yeah, see old people, all kind of people go to this thing, and this is really commendable, I have to say, by the National Carnival Commission and also the government of Trinidad and Tobago. It is a very good initiative, and I think for those who haven't gone as yet, they need to go and enjoy the real spirit of Carnival this year.
Yeah, I haven't gone. I need to go. I need to go because I've heard good things about it.
Yeah,
I've heard the artist talk. I've heard patrons talk.
So
and
I mean, it's what Carnival is supposed to be about. And I mean,
it has become largely commercialized, and we understand that part. But there must be this as well for those who don't have. So it have no scalping Saturday. It have no scalpers. No need for it.
That's Saturday.
Yes, it's
that's
Saturday.
That's the
same Flavor Village.
But that's the same day with down south Saturday.
Alright, what is down south?
That fed down, not that fed, the Skinner Park. I think so.
Well, this is at 6:30 p.m.
Right, so that's
This is after you come up the road. You pop your umbrella and you go and you check out the boss.
Then to our fetas usually go to that night too.
Well, you're going after Flavor too, so you have a full evening. But you have to be there.
That fet in Aruka, friends, just friends, that's we have a fet too.
Well, you have to be there at the Flavor Village in Queen's Park, Savannah, Port of Spain. Gates open 6, completely free, no tickets needed, no scalpers outside. God, you could walk in, walk with your vibes, you see. And he's celebrating 35 years of pure soca power. I mean, this is, 35 years is a lot of work in anything. You know, anything, selling nuts, anything. 35 years.
That will be a mashup concert.
There will be a mashup concert, and it's free. And thanks to the National Carnival Commission and the boss himself. He had a stamina still, right? The boss calling the station, you know. You in the gym? You go singing all them hits, right? Like plenty, and you know his hits are not stand up and deliver. His hits.
Madness.
Yeah, he had to move. He had to move. Well, the crowd will be coming with high expectations. I hope you know. Because there's the water lord himself. So, Senior Matterson, you've heard our discussion on your way I want to bring you in on Frank Sipasad's call.
Well, you know, as I have said
many times,
most of last week and probably the week before, that you know what would have, even with the Zoso bill, the failure of the bill, I think it had a lot to do with what happened with the events that happened the week before with respect to the police shooting.
Yes.
And that, to a large extent, you know, revive a lot of things in the minds of people, because your whole citizens responsible, especially you see what's going on in the road with police and that kind of thing, and motor vehicle traffic regulation, motor vehicle regulation and that kind of thing, right? Traffic regulation and thing. But we haven't been able to hold the police responsible, right? Because clearly what we saw in the video, I don't know if it is the same thing the commissioner of police saw, or if they feel that that video, there is no authenticity with regards to the video. But clearly, I don't see any responsible person seeing that video and thinking that the police is correct, right? So when you take all that into consideration, I see good reasons why and I know the issue of body cams have been in the public, out for discussions in the public for years now. That is something I thought the police should have had that long time, and I heard the flimsy excuse why police didn't want to wear it, right? But the thing is, I think the judge is seeing that, hey, we have to protect ourselves.
Correct.
And if the police who is charged with law enforcement don't want to do things that would promote that kind of accountability, then the judge probably see no other way out, and listen, or they take out all the camera and film. But the thing is, I've seen a lot of times when citizens take the camera out and film in police action, and police take the camera and mash it up and break it up. So there must be some other kind of redress for persons who suffer that fate too.
Yes, and therefore there must be a commensurate penalty apart from malicious damage to property for officers who damage people's property, individuals and members of the public who are recording them.
And I'd like to hear what the police have to say about that, because I mean it's downright irresponsible in this day and age and this kind of time when the police who killed George Floyd, they had on the body cam.
Yeah. And that is why everybody saw. I don't know if the present minister feels that body cam footage is private something.
I don't know. I hear the comment he made, that asinine kind of comment.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
That comment was ludicrous, to say the least. You know, it added insensitivity.
But it added insult to injury.
Yeah, the situation was already charged. Members of the public feel riled up and they are within their right.
You know, we paying the police.
I'm not an activist by any means, but that could have been my brother or she my sister. We have to think, you know, so as you often say, some of us only know it when it comes to our door.
Yeah.
Good? But, yeah, but it really begs the question if again our law enforcement is becoming, our leadership, not law enforcement, because that isn't really the purview of the rank and file. It's becoming tone deaf for some reason. Your parents just say again too big for your shoes?
Yeah, I kind of get the impression. We starting to behave as if we have a different kind of like we bigger than you. And
yeah.
And
it's too early for that display.
Yeah.
You know, coming wicked.
No, I'm not talking about the government, and I'm talking about the police. I see them as two separate institutions.
Right.
So
but one is responsible for the other.
Well, yes, And no, you know how that separation goes, and clearly there are a lot of bureaucratic structures that would more or less separate them. You have this Police Service Commission. I think the Prime Minister sits on the National Security that group of people that sits to govern national security. But in terms of managing the day-to-day management of the police and the police service, that would be the Commissioner of Police, and of course the Police Service Commission. But yes, the government and the Minister of National Security should have some kind of
No, but they do, because remember, the police commissioner has to be accepted by the Prime Minister. The recommendation through the Police Service Commission.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing. They keep, I mean...
So, I understand the separation of powers in terms of authority, but the police commissioner is not the police commissioner on Mars. Because I am the head of the government.
Well, I don't know to what extent the government. Maybe somebody in government need to say this, because for when I guess when it's proper for them to say that they don't have that kind of authority over the police, they do say it.
Correct.
Right? And they would have heard it with Dr. Rowley on numerous occasions.
Yes.
And then, but you also want to know, you also think that they have some kind of backdoor relationship to be able to tell the police what to do and what not to do.
But not even backdoor, because remember there's a case before the court with Mr. Griffith and interference on the merit list by the Prime Minister, getting it from the President and all that. But be it as it may, we're saying that you cannot, as part of leadership, and that's where I'm seeing it, be that insensitive and openly insensitive. Not in a matter where there's loss of life. I remember, somebody reminded me the other day, the heads and the people who were involved in the Paria tragedy still sitting down in our office.
Correct. Which is unfortunate.
Which is quite unfortunate.
That would not have happened in a real place, in a real state.
I see all types of oil spills over the world.
You remember the BP or the big BP or
and the head, the man, he didn't show down the bucket, you know. He was gone. He didn't show down the bucket of oil, but he's the head. But we live in a, I don't know what to say, what kind of republic this is, you know. I don't want to offend those who have nationalistic pride. Good. But we live in a space where certain things are applied, don't supply. We're seeing the Lord who has resigned in the UK.
Yeah.
You following the news? Because guilty by association.
Guilty by association.
He was just on the scene of the crime. There's nothing for him. Nobody see him doing a crime. But his picture shows up on the scene of the crime. Yeah. On the crime scene.
The same with Henry and his wife and Jeffrey Epstein.
And they're gone.
And they're gone.
And they're gone. The public, that is not a debate. That didn't go to Parliament.
We seem to have a different...
We want to discuss that. We're discussing body cams. Where people crying out. Where we want the police to do their job properly. We want them to do it. We don't want to prevent them. We still having discussions. We still discussing things that civilized and progressive societies have decided 50, 75 years ago.
Correct.
So we didn't get the...
And that's unfortunate. We seem not to have gotten the memo.
We didn't get the memo, we didn't get the transcript, they didn't send me the recording. So we still feel that these things are up for discussion. We still discussing technology, facial recognition. And I have here the article, I know we wouldn't be able to get in it, with the Sudanese, because I followed the case, who was jailed on Friday for murder. Dane Majek.
Alright.
For murder of Miss White, the 27-year-old at the railway station. He stabbed her 23 times. This murder was caught on camera from beginning to the end. From the time he left his place with the weapon, when he got it, they had everything on camera. This happened in October. and he's sentenced. No. Count the months. We're coming back after the break on the Third Empire for more. Stay tuned for more.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Boy, I got in an accident a while ago. I was in traffic and my car get bounced from behind.
Well, then they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance company go fix it up.
Fix up? Huh. I make my claim the next day. And up to now, I can't hear from the insurance company. I need my car fixed.
Look, you better go to the Financial Services Ombudsman. I'm sure they can help.
Yeah, I'm going to check them now.
To resolve a complaint with your insurance company, bank, or non-bank financial institution, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
Get ready to immerse yourself in the vibrant rhythms and the joyous spirit of sweet calypso. Join us for an unforgettable experience at the semi-final round of the Calypso Monarch competition. This is Calypso Fiesta. 40 Calypso stars will compete on the Skinner Park stage. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmonies. Mark your calendars. Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Join us at Skinner Park in San Fernando for an afternoon of pure Calypso magic. Showtime 2 p.m. Tickets available on islandetickets.com or call us at 623-9660. Don't miss out on a chance to experience the rhythm and joy of the Caribbean in 2026. Calypso Unleashed, boundless harmony. This is Calypso Fiesta.
Play away, break away, play away. 1, 2, 3, go! It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away. It's bacchanal in the play away, break away. Win up to 30-1 on the base, 130-1 with the Juve ball, 135-1 with the steel pan ball, and 150-1 with the soccer ball. Wager on at least one mega mix option for a chance to break away with bigger play away prizes this carnival. It's a bigger prize than the money nice in the play away, break away. We betting hard and we betting hard in the play away, break away. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
On Carnival Thursday night, the country descends upon the Queen's Park Savannah for the biggest concert in Carnival.
I feel for woman and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a rum and a woman and a woman and a woman and
Vibes with Boise X.
I got the innocent. And when I jump in with the friends, I got the innocent.
This year, we say cheers to 10. 10 years of dreaming, 10 years of growth. 10 years of voice. Vibes with Boise X. The biggest names in soca will be a part of this special celebration. 10 years of Voice's life and career. Physical tickets at GT's West Mall Entrance City Mall, 5th Street Bar, Ariapita Avenue, 519 Restaurant C3 Center, Woodford Cafe Chagonis, Fairways Tobago, and online at frontlineticketing.com. Sponsored by Digicel, The Security Zone, Guardian Media Limited, Stag, A Man's Beer, Hennessy, Coca-Cola, Royal Castle, Dasani, Monster Energy Drink. Vibes with Boise X.
Join me on Carnival Thursday.
Queen's Park Savannah.
It's in we
Attention all fetters. This is a classified report. Army Fed is now operating under new protocols. Your mission is to assemble at the Queen's Park Savannah on Friday, February 6th at 2100 hours.
Army Feds!
Be prepared for live band,
the biggest artists of VIP section,
and walk with your coolers well topped up.
It's the safest set in TNT.
And we've deployed major support to aid in your requests for FFUN.
Sure, yes, sir.
We've dispatched some of your preferred team members already,
and some new recruits as well.
Remember, fetters, should you or any of your troops be caught red-handed, Army Fet will disavow any knowledge of your actions. Army Fet, attention! Get your tickets now. Physical tickets, cachet nationwide. Bobby's Bar Curep, Smiles Bar Curep, Bats International Arena, Lounge Fashion, East Gates Mall, Bella Binella, Woodbrook, Toddlers to Teens, Mukarapa Road, Woodbrook, Richards, West Mall, Woodford Cafe, Price Plaza, Chaguanas, Larry's Fashion Labels, Sandy Grandy and Chaguanas, We Supermarket, Coquier and San Fernando, TT Lunch Kit, Palmy, San Fernando. Online at islandetickets.com. The Army Fed hotline is 687-6996.
Friday, February 6th.
Assemble for the biggest
and the safest set in TNT. Army Fed.
Soldiers at ease.
Classic Russo's final week for 2026. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. This Tuesday 3rd and Wednesday 4th February at City Hall, Knox Street, Port of Spain. Both shows 8 p.m. with a massive special of 3 persons on 1 ticket for $200, featuring their highly rated cast of performers: All-Rounder, Crazy, Contender, Manchild, Hamidullah, Lady Wonder, Shirlane, Twiggy, Dr. Wilby, Charlene Bailey, Master G, Mark Eastman, Garth Sinclair, the youthful Kyle Cowie, Andre Nelson, Nefta Kojo, Jay Edwards, and many others. MC Shirlane Hendrickson, chorus by the Classic Russo Diamonds, music by Classic Russo Orchestra. Get your tickets at Crosby St. James, Tuco offices, New City Mall. This is your last chance to experience the best tent show for the carnival. Classic Russo for Classic Kaiso.
What are you doing? Crunch Nival at KFC is so special to all our we. Like we need blood in we vein, we need KFC again and again. Time to crunch down now. Start to crunch with your crew, look the touchdown now. KFC, time to wave and just bite down now because it's Crunch Nival.
What are you doing? Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, taker, like rocket. It's a Crunch Nival with the baddest booking. Bada ding, bada boom. Make best, make room. The steam finger licking. It's a Crunch Nival. The KFC chicken joy carnival and every crunch with KFC. When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunch Nival at KFC.
There's some advice when you hear it, you know one time is good advice. My granny tell me a hot cup of good and natural ginger tea first thing in the morning does wonders for the body. Good and natural ginger tea in its single-size packets is excellent for flavoring your cooking, salads and desserts. But what was news for me is when my granny say a hot cup of good and natural ginger tea helps with nasal congestion and colds, stomach problems, migraine headaches, and it's really good for arthritis in the body. Made from freshly crushed ginger root to get that strong ginger taste and aroma so soothing. Good and natural ginger tea available with or without sugar, so all you need is boiling water to get a cup going. As the old people say, don't take flambeau to see in the night what you could see clear in the day. Good and natural ginger tea. Good advice to start your day right.
When the carnival pace pick up, Royal Castle is the most tasty and convenient stop.
Welcome to Royal Castle's drive-thru.
Whether we heading to the beach with chicken buckets and sides, having a house line with all the combos and sandwiches, or we stop by the castle to eat before the fete. Royal Castle local flavor is always part of the carnival.
The Lion brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pelori fry, baked roti and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, Lion brand is the reason. When the Lion brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion brand.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready for words, wit, and raw lyrical fire. It's Kaiso-Rama 2026, the ultimate extempo and freestyle competition where only the sharpest minds survive. On Monday, February 2nd, the battle begins at Radisson Hotel with the preliminary round at 7 p.m. Watch the nation's best extempo giants go head-to-head, thinking fast, rhyming faster. Then it all comes down to the grand final on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m. at Napa. One crown, one champion, pure lyrical mastery. Think you have what it takes? Registration is now open until Friday, January 30th at all Tuco offices. Tickets, preliminary $150, grand final $250. Don't miss the clash of culture, creativity, and calypso brilliance. Kaiso-Rama 2026, where lyrics rule and legends are born.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we're back. We're back in the final hour. And in this final hour, we want to turn to a story here. We want to turn to a story here where High Court judge has sentenced Siobhan Derrick or Davik Grant for the 2014 killing of Damian Alexander, leaving him with a little over 4 years left to serve after credit for the time already spent in custody. That is one sub-issue, but that's really not what we're dealing with. According to the agreed facts, the incident occurred around 4:10 on June 7, 2014 at the corner of Brunton Road and Western Main Road. Police were called to the scene outside the Dusk Till Dawn Casino, where Alexander was found bleeding from severe wound to his neck. He was taken to the St. James Hospital and later transferred to the Port of Spain General, where he died. A witness told police he had been liming when he saw Alexander involved in an argument with Grant at outside the Universal Bar. During the confrontation, Grant broke a carib bottle and approached Alexander. Moments later, Alexander was seen bleeding heavily from his neck before running a short distance and collapsing. Grant was later arrested and taken to the St. James police station. A post-mortem conducted found that Alexander died from a stab or incised wound to the neck. Investigators recovered a broken bottle, blood samples, and blood-soaked bandana from the scene. During a cautioned interview on June 9, 2014, Grant admitted that he was in the vicinity at the time and acknowledged stabbing Alexander during the altercation after being shown CCTV footage. After being shown CCTV footage from the incident. Grant was charged with murder on June 13th. Preliminary inquiry began. Grant agreed to plead guilty to manslaughter. But the part that is interests me, I will not read the entire article. I've given you enough background. Is the letter of remorse offered by Grant to the family of the deceased. Justice Rampersad considered principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, prevention, rehabilitation. After applying the agreed framework, discounts for the guilty plea and credit for time served, the court imposed a sentence that leaves Grant with just over 4 years remaining. In the letter of remorse, Grant said that he was truly sorry for taking Alexander's life. And I quote, "I know what I did was wrong. I take full responsibility for my actions. I apologize for the horrible and terrible mistake that I made in taking his life. I know that being out of it is no excuse. A person's life is precious, and I had no right to take his. There is no good reason for what I did. I feel it most for the family of Damian Alexander. I am very sorry for the pain, suffering, trauma, and loss I have caused all of you. I know that I cannot give back the time you lost with Damian, and I think about the hurt I caused every day. I beg for your mercy and forgiveness." Grant also apologized to his son, mother, and family. "I am sorry for the pain and shame I have put you through. In my time here, I have turned to God. I have asked God, the Father, Jesus Christ, and Lord and Savior for forgiveness and for a new path. I pray every day to be a better man and get back into society to show what God has done in my life, and to help others and preach the gospel of Christ, to do what is right and to fulfill God's purpose for me."
remember last week I was having a discussion with a caller.
Yes.
And we were talking about the gentleman who put up his hands when his car ran off the road and he still got killed. And the salient question he asked is there a time to give up? Is there a time to say, you know, I give up? Is there a time to show remorse? Is there a time to see God? As if to say at the time that he did it too late.
Well, that's a divine question. Because the actions that precipitate, we will not know.
Right. And what I was trying to tell him, I said, man has lived the life all the life, and when they get sick and on their deathbed, then they're crying out for God. And in our view, and in the priest's view, and in everybody's view, for that short time, they think that the man has redeemed himself.
Well, again, they say that is a relationship and a question left answered between man and God.
Correct.
And they quote the thieves on each side.
Yeah.
The thieves say this look like it, you know, we want to make it. how we could make it right. You know? And this gentleman who was guilty has thrown himself at the mercy of the court.
Correct.
And he has already served time, so we understand that he was incarcerated without being sentenced for a very long time. Now, that in itself is an issue, but that's not where we're going today. Good? And he has apologized to the family of the deceased. It looked like an argument between friends. Good? It didn't look like strangers. It didn't sound like strangers from the discussion in the...
It sounded like 12 years. 12 years incarcerated.
Yeah. The story we have...
And clearly it wasn't murder, he got charged for manslaughter, so it means that either the mens rea wasn't absent in this matter, and
bottle break.
So
which means...
He didn't intend...
Which means he didn't carry a weapon, per se, a knife or anything. The result is the same because the victim died. Subsequently, he collapsed and subsequently was taken to St. James, then Port of Spain, where he died. But the question is, are we able to forgive? Are we able to accept? No, you know when your parents tell the truth, the truth didn't set you free from licks, you know. The bell there don't say, son, all I wanted to do is tell me the truth. And you take the chain up.
And they tell the truth.
And you tell the truth. And with quick haste.
No, well, that goes back again. I like to bring these things. I like to bring back. That goes back to the incident 2 weeks ago, the gentleman.
Yes.
He might have been, we don't know where he was running from now. I hear all kind of different things.
Yes.
Right? But the fact is, the man stopped and he put up his hand, he gave up.
A caller tried to lead me down a rabbit hole with some other story that is out. I said, caller, that had to do with return of gunfire and a gunfight. Because at that time, we have to be fair. That is all we can adjudicate on.
Exactly.
We can't go back into the story and who horn who and this and that and who take who pants and these stories the background of. So while we may be interested in the antecedents of the said incidents, what led to it, we have to take the victim.
It's of no consequence in a situation like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you see the start and the end right there.
Correct.
The vehicle crash, the man stopped, the man put up his hand.
You've seen it at the point the crime was committed because we didn't hear he thief anything. We didn't hear he just shoot a girl somewhere in Maloney.
Yeah, but even if that was the case, that's inconsequential.
Good. No, but what I'm saying, if that were the case, this would have been the second crime committed. But as far as we know, one person is dead, one person is paralyzed. That is what we've seen. Right? No.
And it corresponds with what we saw on the video.
So we want criminals to give up. Hopefully when they put up their hands, we don't shoot them. And that's a serious thing, and we want to discuss that later down in the week. We'll get the experts here to tell us, like, you have to know how to surrender. I know in the old days, in the wild, wild west, when you pop your hand, the person can't shoot you. They can't shoot you with your hand up. You have to be John Wayne.
Or your back turn.
Or your back turn. You remember John Wayne?
Yeah.
I had to get to mine before you.
Yeah.
But there was a code.
So if my back turn,
yeah.
If my back turn, and you going to shoot me.
Yeah, you can't shoot me.
Right?
Yeah.
And I turn around.
Yeah.
And I shoot you. That's different thing.
That's different.
Because you was going to shoot me. So I self-defense.
So John Wayne and John Wick both have it down. Yeah. Good? We have to draw. We meet outside at sunset or at dawn, and we just, I watching you, watching me. But once my hand's in the air, you can't draw for your weapon. We have to see who draw first. And the rest is history. We want criminals to give up and surrender. We want, listen to me, don't carry me wrong the rabbit hole now. If you know you killed the man, just tell the court everything will be okay. No, we don't mean that everything will be okay. It doesn't absolve you from your punishment, because this gentleman still has 4 years to serve. He has served time already.
Served 12 already.
But what do we make of his remorse? Do we accept his remorse? No, we've seen it as it was offered as a plain mitigation and mitigating circumstances. Do we accept, or will we accept, as the offended party, plays in mitigation on behalf of criminals or people who have begun crime? So somebody kill your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, and at the court they say, I was wrong, I was sorry, I am sorry for what I did. And do we accept those things? No, we know the judge will still have to give his sentencing, and the judge says those things are considered in sentencing. But do we as a public, because we want justice, good, but what if, Mr. Matheson, these senior people, these officers come out and say, I was wrong, I should not have done that, I will face my sentence. Not saying you're wrong, don't mean you're gay. Remember when you tell mother, when mother asks her, did you thief that milk and sugar? And she says, son, I want you to tell me the truth. God love people, tell you take the chain up.
Tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth. Good? When you tell that girl, when the girl tell you, tell me the truth, you know I love you. Things go work out. And you're going confessing.
And you're going confessing. And you say, see, I know you was that feminine woman. I know you was she.
For the next 4 days, she gone missing. You don't know how come. That's your sentence. That's your punishment. That's your 4 days now. Girl answering your phone. You know. But I mean, I'm being very satirical about it. But do we accept the truth, and do we accept remorse? Now we want it, we say we want it. Better talk the truth. We see her, we catch her. Yes, you do it. You say you do it, and it's bad licks, more licks to come now. We want to kill you. Like we see those guys in those, if you see, I'm sure you've seen those vigilante videos where they catch a man thieving coconut. And they want to exact the power, the Shango on the man, you know. The time like a goner. And everybody who is somebody, they had a little chair and all that bamboo. It's in the man. Because we want justice. That's what we want. Who tell you come in my yard? Pow! Pow! Lash. Somebody in the back ball and don't kill him. Don't kill him. Or they don't kill him. Leave him for the police. Good? Tell me why you come in the yard. But now, if you answer that question.
And now you have legislation.
Yes.
To deal with your own time.
Well, boy, guys are horse of a different color. They don't even have to have a conversation now.
We might have no conversation.
No conversation.
We catch you
now.
inside.
Yes.
That is it. We send you.
Yeah,
home.
we go invent the method of whatever. You better call Simpsons one time before, or Bell. Call Bell. Shoot a call to Denny's or somebody. But we
talk.
We
can
want
talk with you, but we can send you home still.
You're still going home.
Yeah.
So why you want to talk with me then?
We can talk to you. What you doing in here? What you doing in here? All right. Go and tell St. Peter.
We want people to tell the truth, and we want criminals to show remorse. But do we accept it as humans, as members? That's a human. We're talking about a humanity issue here. A human. Do you accept it? Will you accept a plea, a guilty plea, a confession of remorse from a criminal who has offended? It don't have to be murder, it could be theft, something happened. Good? Violence, you know? I don't know. Do we accept that? You know, I would love for the forgiving people to call into.
Well, some people would say, we accept that, not for the mitigation part, because
excluding that part.
Exclude the mitigation part because
he was a good boy.
We ain't going to lessen nothing. We'll accept it. We'll forgive you and we'll go.
He was a good boy. He went St. Mary's. He had 5 passes. He never do this in his life. It was just a reaction. He got any feelings. You ain't taking that. You look like
no. Me, I will accept. I just accept anything.
Oh, it depends on what the crime is.
I'm a person like this. I really am very sensitive to people and, you know,
the human condition.
The situation and, you know, that kind of thing. But that some people do it and thing. I mean, sometimes it's hard to understand that maybe it's a sickness or maybe it's just, you know, a disposition at the time, you know, that kind of thing. But generally, most people, man had hard.
Lock and Hobbs.
Yeah.
Life is short.
Life is short and brutish. So everybody don't see it the same way.
Yeah, if you think God don't harm, God is merciful, you know. But I God. Man,
at the time when we catch him, we are God.
We're not God. Man is totally different.
Yeah.
So this gentleman, he didn't mix words. He didn't mix words with he said, I feel it for the family. He said that being out of it. So he claimed he was out of it. They say he was intoxicated. But that's no excuse, you know. You know, rum does tell us a lot of things. We are a dancer, we are a fighter, we could fly. Rum does tell you is John Wayne. And in this carnival season especially,
we're drinking punching.
Yeah.
Well, that telling you all kind of things.
Yeah, you listen, you know.
You're going to speak the truth.
You will speak the truth. You know. As an aside, I want to mention, I was at QRC weekend. Yeah, I was at QRC weekend and I heard a lady, police officer, a lady on my exit said, would you like to take a breathalyzer? And I thought it too nice. I wasn't drinking.
No, well.
But listen.
Well, that's good for you. I mean, if they're asking you before you come on the fete, if you want to take it, you can check for
But
yourself.
if you ask most people, what would they say?
Yeah, yes, they should say yes. No. If a police ask you if you would like, and they usually do.
Yes.
They ask you, do you have a problem taking a breathalyzer? That is if you're in a car driving, the county driving.
Yeah.
The only answer you could give there is, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because if you say no, then according to the law, you're refusing to take a breathalyzer.
No, I was walking out.
No, but I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
But if I'm walking out of it, I'm not in a car, I'm not anything, and the police is offering you to take a breathalyzer, that's a good thing. That's help.
Yes.
Because they can't charge you if you're over the limit, the 35 or whatever.
You're not operating a vehicle.
You're not operating a vehicle.
No,
so now you know that, listen, with this breathalyzer test, maybe I should sit down and chill out.
Yeah. Eat some peanut butter or something.
Well, I don't know peanut butter.
Yeah,
peanut butter is...
That was it, was bring you back.
Huh?
Yeah.
All that started walking, call us, listeners. Started walking on the peanut butter for carnival.
But do we accept remorse Do we accept? He said it was a mistake. He said, I've made a terrible mistake. I had no right to take a life. Life is precious. He's saying all the right things. If I correct in our script and I go into the list for 10 marks, he ain't 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I feel it most for the family. I know I cannot give back the time you lost with Damien and the hurt I caused, and I beg for mercy and forgiveness. He begged, he pleaded before the court, he showed himself at the mercy of the court.
And if Damien had a girlfriend and friend.
Well, he said he apologized to Damien. No, that was his wife and his son. Good? He said he found Jesus in the jail, which is good. He maybe should have found him before, but whatever, he found him in the jail, and he said, you know, when he wanted to get back into society, so he has plans. He wanted to share and preach the gospel of what Christ could do. Now, in another state, this is the speech before the electric chair. This is either or. It could go either way. Eh? You know, this is a speech before the electric chair. You know, but do we accept these things? Callers, do you accept remorse on behalf of a convict? You know, who has wronged your family, your friends. I want you to call me and first tell me yes or no you're accepting remorse before you go into the discussion, please. Do you accept remorse? Do we accept remorse? We have a call on the line. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, gentlemen and listeners. Yes, I would accept remorse, but it requires a number of things from the person who accepted the remorse, and also a number of things from the person who is asking for it. Because, as you would rightfully know, Mr. Rollocks, anybody could put together words on a piece of paper, and they don't have to mean any of it. Right? So just having the words present on the part of the perpetrator is not sufficient. It requires some actions that follow suit, because when a man accepts responsibility, it comes with a certain level of humbleness within him, right? Not like these politicians who they will offer an apology, but they're still getting on arrogant and foolish as if they can't make any mistakes. But some things in life, gentlemen, could be better learned from perpetrators who have made a change because society or the world allow them the opportunity to make that change and move on a better trajectory, right? As opposed to somebody who hasn't done anything and trying to teach that lesson. Some lessons are better taught by the perpetrators who have determined in their heart and minds to make a change. And I just want to go back on your last topic for less than a minute, because I want to ask, in that scenario with Joshua and his mother, if a good officer was present, be it in the vehicle or what, right, how was he to treat with that scenario, right? Call out to his colleagues to stop, open fire on them, trying to save Joshua and his madam, or allow them to commit the act and sit down in the same vehicle with them and go back wherever they're heading after? How is a good and upright officer to treat with a scenario like that, where you might be outnumbered and your peers engaging in untoward activity or using more force than necessary that would lead to the death of people where it really didn't have to reach there? I wish some good cop could call and answer how they would treat with that.
You see, sometimes, just to answer the caller question.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes a different kind of moral conviction to be able to see through these things. So you and I are good friends.
Yeah.
And I see you doing something wrong. It takes a lot, especially if I, you know, to go again, we are really good buddies, and to go against you when something happens and going against you, it could mean that I put in your way or sending you away for life, or you know, that kind of thing. Sometimes it takes a lot by some people to be able to do that, and I guess that's what you call asking. Because if I was there, I probably might not have shot. I might have said, hey, you know, the man hand up, you know. But after the fact, if we don't kill him, how we defending that, I don't know.
Well, to each his own, and I guess everyone would have their conscience.
Yeah.
But the question before us asks, if would we forgive even the officers?
Yeah.
If the officers come out and say, listen to me. And there must be room for that, for anybody accused.
Well, forgive them when? You see, we gone back into the plea mitigation thing now.
Right.
Because all when it happened was when you were supposed to say,
correct.
When you was really supposed to say, hey, look, we did something wrong.
Well, this man in his story, he pled guilty, from the beginning.
He pled guilty from the beginning.
Yeah.
But these people here, including the boss,
They say they are not to plea.
them say they are not.
Yeah, there are no discussion, no answer.
Right?
To.
So clearly,
very callous.
I think callous is a good word.
Yeah.
I think it's just, you know, demonic.
Yeah, I would agree. Do we, callers, do we accept remorse and on behalf of people who have offended us or done criminally wrong? Do we accept remorse? The number to call is 342-0081 4665-391. You know, there are a lot of people there who have done wrong against us or your family. You know, do we... What we, you know, long time you used to say, we want me to suck your big toe? What do you want apart from I am sorry? I was guilty, I was wrong. You want an eye for an eye? You want me, well, let me just out your eye so we'll be even. What do we want? Call us on 342-0081 4665-391. Somebody has done you wrong and they jump your fence, going away with your zaboka. They poison the dogs or Ralphie dead. Good.
I've forgiven a lot of people in you know, in me personally, as
Yeah.
I say. I remember somebody stole 2 of my dogs.
I remember that.
Yeah, I know who take them dogs.
Right.
And I say let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah.
You know? And I know who was responsible for the person who take it.
Right.
Take them too. But
There's something in us that we want to see the same measure. We want the people to feel how we feel.
yeah.
Kill for kill.
Yeah.
Shoot for shoot, you know? And that type of thing, we want that.
And taking them dogs to me was like you take one of my child, because
Yeah, I know
I
you
start
feel.
having withdrawal symptoms.
You know, I know how you feel about your dogs. I want to know what the hell going on with you. When I hear you, when you call me about them dogs, I say, well.
Yeah. And,
I know some people are animal lovers like that, to be fair, and to be honest.
And I felt that for, like, if
So
somebody...
you didn't want to one take back the man dog?
But if I tell you what I wanted to do, but that was only momentary.
Yeah. So in a moment, we will feel how we feel.
Yeah.
In a moment, we will feel how we feel. Call me on 342-0081 4665-391 and tell me, do you accept remorse for somebody, you know, they come in the yard, you go, all right, granny did get a kick, a kick pass, a cuff pass, yeah, this, that, all you hold him. And somebody whispering in his ears, kill him now. You only will he walk out of here. All you shopping.
What we do about that, man?
Yeah.
You fix that for you?
It's only we here, you know. Something whispering in your ears to fix it. Good afternoon, caller.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Ronaldo. Good afternoon, Mr. Batterson. How you guys?
Yeah, good.
We good. She ain't come today, you know.
You seen us on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was blank a little bit, but it come back now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Tell us, you accepting remorse?
Well, it depends on the situation. You know,
if you get one
situation that people.
If you get one.
Your stomach with that one. That ball is in your chest.
No, but that's the easiest remorse, man. That's the easiest forgiveness.
No, you give me a bounce at you know.
That's the easiest forgiveness, man. I that man, I say, boy, what could wash could eat, you know.
No, but
hey, don't study matters. Matters not get in trouble. Go ahead, tell us, caller.
It depends on the situation, because if you kill somebody for no reason, I don't think the people and them will forgive whoever is the one who convicted for that murder. But I believe that if some people, when they get closure and they know that the individual who get killed was involved in something, and they get that part of, live by the sword, die by the sword, I think it's easier to forgive in that situation than somebody is just a collateral damage. And let me be real, in Trinidad have a lot of collateral damage. And I don't think the population will forgive, and they will want to forgive, because there's too much innocent murders, you understand? And that's part of the problem in Trinidad. You see, a lot of these young people, they make up their mind is either I go down and I lie down.
So you going down with them? You going down with them?
Yeah. You're going down with them, and that's because these young people and them have a different mindset, you know. And it is part of the society, and it's also part of what they take. And you see these drugs now that they have, making them become delirious, you know.
So you're not forgiven, and you're not showing remorse.
No, I will not be able to do that because if it's an unnecessary murder.
We say forgiveness is for Jesus, and you're not Jesus.
And I'm not Jesus. And they say trust in God. So the society have to become a little bit aware, because I agree with, and I was listening, and I agree with the judge. Police officer must wear the body caps.
Right.
All right, guys?
All right.
Understand.
Thank you. Yeah. So he say under all the church vibes, he not doing that. He cannot do that. Brother, it's better you go by the pastor. I don't have that in me. I don't have that in me. Let me take this next caller. Good afternoon, caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
And all who listen. Well, I still listen. There are consequences to your action.
Yes.
Whether if it's self-defense, if you do something in self-defense, you feel different for you to go out and do something willfully, commit a crime. You must have that on your mind. So it depends on the punishment. How harsh the punishment? Because you must know, well, listen, it's penalty for what I go do here. I go and drum the pencil, you know. Understand?
Yeah, but sometimes, I mean,
if I get,
I mean, sometimes you do something, and then when you get a chance to reflect on what you do, the impact it would have had on the other person, or sometimes you tend to feel remorseful.
Yes, even if you do it in self-defense.
Right.
Yeah.
But even you saying self-defense, but sometimes people set out to do things. I mean, like.
Yes, sometimes yes.
You set out to do something, and you did it.
You willfully leave.
And then you feel remorseful about it.
Well, it has that kind of case to be. Yes, because if you leave home essentially, I say, look, I going down the road and do so and so, and whether they like it or not.
So, caller, will you forgive? What will you do? Tell me how you feel. What will you do?
Well, it depends on some cases. I might certain things that I have to forgive.
You ain't too sure.
Yeah. You do. You got some different case. You understand? I might see that way after, but you have to do. You understand?
Yeah.
But if it's something I leave home, go down the road, intentionally looking to do someone, oh God.
I would like to
You
hear what
live in the house. Listen, I remember a case.
Yeah.
I was in a fight with some guys, and the guys that never lived at district. So some friends of mine said, "We'll go with you. Let's go. We help you do this. We'll help you do that." I ain't gonna take that basket alone from that day.
You can help.
Alone from that.
Men come with a shovel.
When we get there now, I meet the guys and them now I 100 and I go out and boss ahead, bang. They come coming at me and all my friends lay up on the wall. I had to run. I alone for that.
You ran.
If you can't do it alone, you leave it alone.
If you can't do it alone, leave it alone.
You can't do it alone, leave it alone.
I like
my
that.
friends tell you, yes, man, I'll go with you, we'll do this, we'll back you.
When you look wrong,
you alone.
They lean up on the wall. They like the man on the cross sitting. They lean up and if they come coming at me. I don't bother a man head, well, do something. They're doing that, they lean up on the wall.
Oh, you John Wayne. All right, caller. Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to hear what a man of the cloth has said, because somebody say vengeance, leave vengeance to God, but do God take vengeance? I mean, who are we to not, if God could, if as they say, as the good books say, God will forgive us, who are we to say we're not forgiving a man?
That is true. That is true. But that is easier said than done. When you have to implement it, when you're facing that person, good, he kill you. Here, he kill your dog. You want to go in the yard and kill his dog too. You want him to feel how you feel. You got it now. He kill your dog, and that's what they're telling you. Eh? And he dog walking around. Let me go for his dog. You go for his dog and end up in a gunfight. Because
and you're dead.
Because people telling you.
And you're by St. Peter.
Yeah.
No, and St. Peter.
People telling you he dog had to dead too.
St. Peter asks you, why you went there?
So natural in us.
Dog heaven.
Yeah. So natural in us is that whole vengeance. Okay? We have another caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Natural in us is that whole vengeance. Hey, good afternoon, Marcus and Ronaldo.
Good afternoon, caller.
As sincere as to live and forgive, you are come to know. If you ain't forgiven,
right?
You kill. If a man kill one of your family, God forbid, interfere with your family, you go to go and kill a man, kill the dog, kill the cat, kill out the whole family. Vengeance is belong to God, you know.
Right. Right.
So sometimes you have to live and forgive. God is the judge of man can't judge man, you know.
And Senior Matteson said that forgiveness extends to horn too, eh? It was not just for murder.
Yeah, he was talking about that stabbing in Universal Band. That was in Port of Spain.
No, that was in
St. James.
They were Martin.
They were Martin?
Yeah.
Well, I know that incident that same stabbing in Port of Spain by, I think it was that happened by Duce's bar.
Okay.
I just talk to understand, man. Bless.
Thank
you. All forgive? And all forgive?
Yeah.
I just forgive.
All make a change?
Yeah.
20, April 28th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Bless.
Yeah, you catch where you coming from.
I don't catch where you going.
You know catch where you going. I hear him loud and clear. I heard him loud and clear. Is it possible that we could forgive these people, boy? That is the man who shoot your cousin. You see the man. You're in the court. If you get something, you run across there.
Yeah, but I might forgive him, but somebody else might forgive him. Somebody and then I might say,
the hurt.
Then I might say, when the other person didn't forgive him, then I say, well, they live by the sword, they die by it.
Yeah, some people say that. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's what they say. This thing about, all right, it's okay. How could the punishment for death be life?
Well, remember this situation, the way the law.
Well, this is manslaughter.
It's manslaughter.
But even as I told you, for that murder, you know, is life imprisonment in England, right? The maximum sentence. He got 29 years for the brutal stabbing of the hotel worker. And again, it was at that immigration hotel, so to speak. Good? But this guy, he says, I feel it most for the family of Damian Alexander. I'm very sorry for the pain, suffering, trauma, and loss I have caused all of you. He's very aware of what he did and how what he did has affected the family. I am asking you today, is that sufficient for you? Call us on 3420081 4665391. What you gonna do? You'll get even with everybody that offend you? You are real thing to do. If you go around life trying to get even.
Listen, how the human work,
yes,
how the human brain operate is reactionary.
Yeah.
So when something happens, not everybody think the same way, say how I would think, but when something happens,
yeah,
it now happen.
Yeah.
It's natural for it to want to reprisal, to do something. But after when you really sit down and think, and you start thinking it through, logically, critically, you start asking yourself, this is what I think in here, this is what I want to do. What this going on bring back what? This is going to change anything? This is going to help me in any way?
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, listen, just forgive that person.
And I put that totally in context with what is going on today in our society with Joshua Samuel. We will get to that point. We have not gotten to that point as yet. We haven't gotten to that point as yet.
The thing is, what we want to see, what me personally with respect to that, what I want to see is responsibility.
Yes.
Right? And accountability.
Correct.
Right? So if nothing else comes out of that,
yes,
is the people who did it be held accountable and take responsibility for it, and that the police service in total do things, take the kind of initiatives that we've been talking about to present themselves in a more accountable front, like using body cam and or allowing, as Justice C. Prasad would have said, allowing persons to videotape their actions and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you must understand the gravity of what you did. And you must be made to answer questions.
If nothing else, what would have come out is like the George Floyd situation. What would have come out of this particular situation?
Yeah.
I'm sure some changes by the police and by the expectation of the court and the citizens will be in some way put in place.
Yeah. And to give the Prime Minister her credit, immediately after, she said we need body cams.
Yeah, but I don't just say it. Put whatever in place for it to happen and make it legislated too.
Yeah, we can't go any minima anymore on this anymore.
Yeah, this is serious.
We can't go 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4.
Most laws, most changes, most legislation comes in place because of some kind of mischief.
Yes.
And if we are to legislate this body cam thing, the mischief for that will have been that situation.
We didn't even need to wait any mischief because how many years ago civil society, civilized places in the world discussed this issue?
Well, yeah, but see, we not civil.
Maybe we didn't see the YouTube. We didn't see the YouTube video.
We do things by when it affects us. When it affects enough of us.
This has been affecting us for a while.
When it started to affect political currency.
Oh.
Right? When it started to affect political currency, then we start taking certain kind of action. Outside of that, it affecting me.
Call me on 3420081 4665391. Are you accepting remorse? Are you accepting remorse as a plea? Somebody who has proven to commit a crime against you, against your family, against your loved one, an accident maybe. He was the driver of the car. But if they find the driver of that car, you better you stay in the bush, because people lie out on the ground. So that adrenaline in our minds at the time, we want the driver to feel like the victims. You know, and I watch the Roman emperors.
You know, before you're going, I was here and I didn't see it. But I understand there's another video circulating, or that was circulated with respect to that shooting, after the shooting and the police, and how they tried to cover up how they tried to tamper with the evidence or the crime scene. You heard about that?
No.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talking about it. There was another video, I was told, that I saw the video when the car crashed.
Yes.
And I saw when the guy put out his hand, and I saw when the police came and the police shot him. And
yes.
It looks like that was the time he died.
Yes.
But there's another video, another part of the video, I understand, where the police was attempting to interfere with the crime scene in ways that was just illegal. And I understand, I've heard persons talk about it, more than one person who would have seen it. I didn't see it. So maybe if you get it, if you come across it, let me just take a look at it.
Yeah, and we do, and we're coming to the end of the show, and the discussions, the latter discussion we've had, raises serious questions about the human condition. I have one more caller. Let's just take this final call. Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon. So I don't think I'd be able to forgive the person.
You can't?
If they would. I cannot. But I know that my aunt, her son was murdered by his best friend who lived with them.
Wow.
And she said the reason why she forgave him is because she said it would not, if he was sent to jail, it wouldn't bring her son back.
And how does that reasoning apply? How do you find favor with that reasoning, or not you?
No, because she still remains bitter. You know, she's still upset. She still mourns the loss of her son. So I could never forget.
So caller, I like that you are female, and thank you for calling, and please call often. So I'm going to switch the question on you. Does that apply to relationships as well? Will you be able to forgive?
I could forgive if you forgive me when I do it to you.
Hey, caller, what you advocating for?
That reprisal.
Caller, that is reprisal. Caller, that is anarchy. That's one step towards anarchy.
No, but if it is that you ask me to extend my forgiveness, can I not plead as well? Can you please forgive me?
No, well, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
If I forgive you, I mean, you should be able. I have some currency now. I mean, you should be able to forgive me if I do the same thing. I'm just saying. Yeah. But
that's a lot of theory. You know?
that would not be forgiveness, though.
You look at to get even. You look at to get even.
But on the real, I think it depends on, you know, what they want in the end.
Okay.
Is it that this is something that they can get past together? Is it that something, you know, so you have to find the root cause of why did it happen in the first place?
Yes.
Correct.
And is this something that was happening before? Is this something that he continues to do, or this was a one time? Is it that the person was in love?
So caller, we have to go now.
Because the
We
show
have to
is
go
on.
now. The show is
Please
about
call
to
back.
end.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus. This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place.